win the tip. Look at the 76ers starting group. Cowboy is out there with the great. Then it's the franchise. Then there's the mayor. And it's G in at the point guard position. Here's the general. 6 to shoot. There's the steal. The pass to the franchise. Here's the mayor. G passes to the mayor. Passes it to Mack. A three-pointer off the mark.
And guys, this 76ers team still trying to forge an identity. One thing that is sure, they will attack the basket, and a lot of fearless players on this roster.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Pass to the general. To the inside. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Here's the franchise. And the 76ers get it back. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. Philadelphia shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just one or two guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And so here is Philadelphia. G passes to Cowboy. The pass to the main. The 76ers with another miss.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
That bucket in no time at all.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
1:49 left in the first. Cowboy passes to the great. 6 on the shot clock. Snatched away. Pass to Big Cat. Here's the general, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Now let's send it over to Doris Burke, who's able to talk with Brett Brown.
Kevin, I asked him what, other than the typical offensive-defensive matchups, might make a major difference here today. And he said we need to respect their rebounding talent and always be aware of where their big men are when the shot goes up. We'll see if they respond to that challenge and take it on, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris, for that. Obviously, getting better position Clark on the boards is an issue.
Yeah, that and the will to get it done, Kevin.
Here's G. Denver able to drain the three. Pass to the great. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
I don't think they come much easier than that look.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. They get it back. Done. No good with the layup.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Here's G. Fades back. And that one's good. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The pass to Mack. Got a piece of it. They recover. G. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
This is almost like a volleyball game when you watch just how many shots they blocked or altered.
Well, how about this? A lot of side outs for them, the way they've swatted shots away. That's a volleyball term, by the way, folks.
Or handball.
Or handball.
Yeah, either one of the two. They're knocking a lot away.
Yeah.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got the great. G is out there with Thunder. Then it's Cowboy, and it's the middle down low.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And Denver has possession. 6-point game. The general passes to Big Cat.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
This is his first free throw of the game. Good on both. Tanking is something that all teams that are out of it tend to do. I hate that word, Clark, but it seems to be the one used by a lot. Nuggets didn't really try to hide it last season either.
Well, you know, it certainly looked that way. Right around March, they just started sitting key players for no real reason. They framed it as rest, but it didn't quite look that way.
Dobbs got himself on the board with 3 games.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whoever he's facing.
Passes it to the great. Here's Thunder from 17 feet out, and he hits the jump shot. Thunder's got his second basket of the game.
And guys, for the Nuggets, it seemed to come out of the blue for their players. They all felt fresh, but the press release would say they needed rest. So obviously a bit of miscommunication there.
Cowboy passes to G. It's picked off. Pass to the general. Another 3 for Denver.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And, you know, back to the Nuggets and giving up a bit near the end of the season, miscommunications like that can really bother a player. Still, it's a viable strategy. I don't know if it's viable, but it's a strategy that could pay dividends if executed the right way.
The franchise is checked in for Thunder. 76ers moving the ball around. The pass to Big Cat. Here's the general. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly, that's the right look. The decision was good, he just didn't execute. You can see the eye contact there, gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. They're teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder. And that's exactly what that play looks to be.
The 76ers lead. G, no good. There's 45 seconds left in the first half. There's the three-pointer. 7 points for Big Cat.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Here's the franchise. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly followed on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And so he makes both from the line.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Dub the pass to the general. Gets it to go from 8 feet. The general's got 12. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth.
And so it's a close.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action, or a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Their largest deficit of the period was just... And that'll do it for now, as the second half of our game is...
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
What a stellar outing in this one. For the general, he has 12 points. He's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
Dines is out there with Big Cat. And it's Dub, and there's Maverick, and it's the general in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. To the paint, here's Cowboy, and he gets it to go. Cowboy's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
And that one's good. And a minute played as the second half gets going.
And guys, a lot of problems for the Nuggets last year. Ended the season with a 30-52 record and really struggled even against the Eastern Conference.
Inside, here's Big Cat. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Big Cat's got 9 points.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
Thunder's check in for the 76ers. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Passes to the franchise. Here's the mayor. Pass to Thunder. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires at the elbow. They grab their own miss. Here's Cowboy. Drains the three-pointer. 11 points in the game. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
Well, 8 lead changes, Kevin, so far as the teams are battling it out here in the third.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. The general passes to Dimes. It's stolen. Here's the franchise. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Here's Cowboy. An easy 2 points on the layup. Now it's a 4-point Philadelphia lead. Denver's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. There's the pass to net. There's a screen. 1:21 left in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. Thunder passes to the franchise. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. The general passes to Dimes. And fouled hard that time. No get to the line and shoot 2. The Nuggets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. The first one falls. The 76ers might have dodged having the worst record in the league last season, but they didn't dodge having the worst road record last year, Clark.
They could not dodge that one, Kevin. Just 6 wins on the road, but that was pretty much expected considering the youth and inexperience of this team.
Here's Cowboy. The mayor passes to Cowboy. Soft touch off the glass. Cowboys got the lead up to 6 now for the 76ers.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. To the inside. Maverick passes to Dimes. And again, Denver no good.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on this one.
And the final period of play is just about to start. The Nuggets trail by 8, so on the floor for Philadelphia. The great out there with the mayor. And it's Cowboy, then it's G, and it's the franchise in at the 2. They set the pick. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the general. Kept alive, dives, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot, he'll shoot 2.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
The 76ers didn't lie to themselves about last season, Greg. They knew they weren't going to be in the playoffs. They spent a lot of time last season developing their young players.
Exactly. And listen, the 3rd straight year, the Sixers would miss the playoffs. But as you said, Kevin, they knew what the season had in store. The key was can they keep those young guys focused on growth and experience and not get caught up in the fact that they struggled to win games.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Mike Malone gave to his team during that last break. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show them right here. Let's make a stand defensively, get a stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
And it's clear for the Sixers, the plan has been to continue to add good young players. Eventually, I think they'll be a force in the East. There's no guarantee, but they've got a plan and they're sticking to it.
Inside, cuts off the pass. Here's G, and the 76ers tack on 2 more. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. They forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
A little over a minute and a half in the fourth quarter. Great open look there. 12 points for Big Cat.
A lot of teams that win a title often have a former #1 pick leading the way, or at least a top 3 NBA draft pick as their leader. So the 76ers are trying to shotgun, trying to get as many top 3 picks as they can, hoping one turns into the next superstar.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
And he gets it to go. And that's now 6 points for Diamond.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Buries it down low.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
Fourth quarter of play, we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Big Cat. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
From about 19 feet, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's G. The franchise passes to the main. The dish to G. Pocket 6. The floater. It's deflected. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's the general. This falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Out left to the wing. And a foul on the shot. They'll go to the strike for 2.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Cowboy. He has 17 points, and he's blocked a shot today as well.
And he's clearly showing off his smarts in a few ways today. That block just being one of them. Just a savvy basketball player.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
Yeah, defensively, some really good pressure being applied. So we've got to give credit there. It seems like they've been rattled a little bit.
Great as they've been rattled.
They have, Kevin, but that's something that they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Second one is good. And both at the line. And it's an 8-point game. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Unloads. And some very good points for him on that possession.
And how does he get that one to go? No idea.
I don't have an idea either. A little heat check there, but yeah, he's still cooking, and Greg, he's cooking with gas.
And so both free throws are good. And it's an 8-point game.